Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to tap right into the messages that come through for you using the Soul's Journey Oracle cards to begin with. This is a message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Gemini. Please keep in mind that these are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Check with the other placements. If you're not finding resonance in this message, most likely the message is not for you. Check with the other zodiac that stand out, your moon or your rising sign. Let's begin. Messages for Gemini, please. Thank you. First card out, we have blame. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. Most likely lessons that you are wrapping up or going through at this time, Gemini. We've had a lot of energy. We've had a lot of tests, a lot of challenges, a lot of things come through that are trying to awaken our consciousness to a lot more depth when it comes to parts of ourselves that we have hidden from ourselves and suppressed and repressed. And when you focus the attention outside of you, placing blame on outside situations and other people, you are missing the mark. You're missing the lesson. You're missing the understanding of what the universe, from a universal perspective, is trying to show you, teach you, have you wake up to more understanding. That's a hard pill to swallow for somebody who may be going through some really tough challenges, but just to recognize and realize that we do this to ourselves from time to time, and we find that we are repeating lessons or repeating challenges. We have the loneliness card that came out here. I know that I am never alone. This has been a repeating message for all zodiac, and we are working through our lessons and understanding when it comes to our relationship patterns, to our relationships to others, and the patterns, even the relationship styles. For many, if you're not fully understanding, we all have certain patterns and even styles of relationship depending on our upbringing and our deep inner child wounds and our childhood experiences, basically. So you could have an anxious attachment style, which means that you're constantly in need of validation from from others to feel okay in the relationship. Or you could have an avoidant attachment style, meaning that if you find yourself feeling smothered or it's too much, I need space. Or you could have a little bit of both, anxious, avoidant. We all have them, by the way. So don't place blame on yourself or anybody else for having attachment styles. That's just, and if you want to look it up, look into it a little bit deeper, into the psychology of a relationship patterns and attachment styles. Anyway, let's keep going here. It does no good to place blame, even on our parents. It does no good to place blame. We are elevating in consciousness and frequency on the planet, death at the bottom. So the universe is really asking all of us to rise to a higher perspective, to see our life, our experiences from universal perspective, or from your higher self's perspective, a bird's eye view, judgment, right? I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. I recognize how when we place blame and judgment outside of ourselves, we are missing the mark. We're missing the lesson. We're missing the understanding of our own stuff that we want to dive deep into and heal from and learn and grow from. Death at the bottom of the deck overall. So this is what's changing within you, Gemini. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Ending a way of attaching, a way of relating, so that you can form stronger bonds and deeper connections to others and to yourself, a deeper understanding of yourself. All right, let's keep going for Gemini. Why is blame out here for Gemini? You may start to recognize the repeating patterns within your relationships or just within your challenges in life in general. And that's when something clicks. That's when something clicks and you're like, okay, I think that the universe is trying to tell me something. I think I need to pay more attention to where my thoughts and focus and energy is going instead of placing blame outside of myself onto others and other circumstances for my loneliness, my unhappiness, my anxiety, whatever it is for you. All right. So as this perspective begins to change, it also requires grounding, feeling safe and secure and stable within yourself and in your life. Base chakra. We have patience along with that. So it does take time. It takes time to really go through this metamorphosis change within ourselves so that we're not, and I'm feeling like you may have been attached to certain people, certain outcomes, to that is how you relied on your safety and security within relationships and in life in general. And that is what's changing right now, Gemini. Be patient with the process, but take a look at where you place blame outside of yourself and understand that everything is a mirrored reflection of whatever energy you are projecting out from your depth, from your inner child, from your very being. Wow. Okay. This is definitely an enlightened Gemini I am speaking to here. Not everybody will resonate or understand. Okay, there's been a lot of mental conflict within you, especially when it comes to relating to others outside of yourself. And that has left you feeling, even if you're connecting on a surface level, and maybe even to some degree, some depth, you still felt lonely. You still feel lonely. Because something is changing within the mind, and that it will be probably the last part that changes. So be patient. There are other components that are changing within you, within everyone in humanity at this time. We're having so much new high frequency energy coming onto the planet, and this last eclipse really beefed that up. So within ourselves, our emotions are whirling around, our realizations, our memories, our understandings, our intuition is peaking, but then the old story, the old narrative, the old program still is there, which is causing confliction within you. The mind is not registering the same thing that the heart is registering. Listen to the heart. The heart has the memory. The heart has the brain. The heart is linked to your higher self, to spirit, to your true essence. Pay attention to what the mind is saying so that you can rewire and reprogram those thought forms. Because what it is that we think and believe from the mind is what we are continuously recirculating energetically and will repeat as patterns, as lessons, as experiences, How do you relate to yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Beautiful. We do have harmony here that fell out with judgment. And one of the best ways to come to harmonious relationships and connections with others is to understand that everybody has their own unique perspective on life, on maybe the exact same experience that you had, but their filter, their lens is colored by their childhood experiences and the depth of unconscious, subconscious stuff that comes up and starts to compute in the brain. So we all have our own unique challenges and path in this life. And when we come to a greater understanding of that, we can form more harmonious connections. Instead of judging, instead of blaming. So as you are triumphantly ending something within you, most likely the blame and the judgment. Suffering in silence is below that as well. So it seems like you are working through overcoming a lot of internal suffering that you may not have fully understood why you had certain feelings and emotions and yuckiness that was constantly coming up. Once we start to override the brain patterns and go with the heart, go with the feelings, go with the gut and the heart, you awaken much more within you. There's a lot of supportive energy that is also walking us through these great changes within ourselves. And again, this Libra eclipse, I did a video on it in depth. Check it out if you're interested in understanding the energy that we're in right now. It is all about transforming, understanding, looking deep at our relationship patterns and styles and really going through a death process with that. It's a great change, which is beautiful, is so needed on this planet right now. It truly is. So the more of us that can consciously go through these changes and make these great changes, allow these great changes to happen within us, the better. We are helping, we are assisting so many more. The world, exactly, just reiterating exactly what I said. The world is also, speaking of going through a completion of, your entire life up until this point is going to start to make much more sense when you get out of your own way and get out of whatever mental conflict that keeps creeping up for you, and understanding that the brain, the mind, is a computer. It takes in information, it creates stories, it will repeat thoughts and stories, and thoughts are always going to come in and out. It's up to us emotionally if we're going to actually attach to those thoughts and go with that story, right? Or if we can change that as well. And the universe is assisting in that as well. So you are going through a completion. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with this process as well. Be patient with others. Try not to place blame. Accept responsibility for your growth, your path, your well-being, mental, emotional, physical. This is, we've never been in this type of energy before collectively. This is new for everybody. Four of Inspiration. This is linked back to where you feel at home. This could also be linked back to your childhood, your upbringing, your family, your home, and what certain patterns of the mind were developed at an early age to have you feel not fully connected to others, sort of alone on this journey. And really, we truly kind of are. We're born alone. We're going to die alone. We do want to form relationships and connections in this life because that is how we grow, evolve, and we do need each other. You may also be a little confused as to your relationship to your family or your home, or what actually feels like home, feels at home within you. You are going to be connecting, reconnecting, and connecting to new and reuniting with others that do give that home feeling. It's just a matter of you first finding that within yourself, Gemini. Finding that within yourself. It is quite the journey, I will say that. Not what we thought, right? Not what we're taught. But we are relearning, reprogramming the Hermit. Okay, beautiful. The Hierophant, Muse of Inspiration. Yeah, so you really are. You're learning a lot right now. Maybe changing certain narratives in your mind. When you get out of your own way of judging others, judging yourself based off of the old story, or the stories that you had heard growing up about people and their pattern, you know, when you get out of your own way and understand that everybody has their own unique perception, their own unique challenges in this life, and start to form more harmonious understandings and connections to others, this is really going to light a fire within you. A passion of really wanting to dive deeper and understanding yourself, the ins and outs of you, what makes you tick, what makes you think a certain way. And right now, you are taking time to process a lot of the great changes that are going on within you right now, Gemini. Definitely, a lot of the past is coming up, nostalgia, past memories, helping to retell a new story for yourself, a deeper understanding of your own patterns and styles of relating and attaching to people, places, and things. So Gemini, we're going to get some advice for you from the Starseed Oracle. I feel like this is still going to be giving us, I'm not sure. I'm going to get out of my own way when it comes to reading. Starseed Oracle has been calling to me this week for us all. So Gemini, if you are liking this video so far, please don't forget to click that like button below the video. I appreciate all of you who do. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you feel called to comment, feel free. Comment away. I love to read all of your comments. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading for yourself, you can do that on my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. And that information is also in the description box below the video. All right. Advice for Gemini, please. Now I'm being called back to, okay, we'll see if something comes out here for you. Advice for Gemini. Thank you. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Yes, you are reconnecting with your inner child and realizing that we are all innocent here. We are all innocent. We are all changing, evolving, shifting, growing. This is a tender time. So be patient with your inner changes. Be patient with other people's inner changes as well. Focus on what is changing within you. Golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as the journey through this great adventure called life. As they journey through this great adventure called life. So definitely, Gemini, be patient with yourself, with others, and nourish that tenderness that is coming up for you right now. Things are changing within you, whether you're fully aware of it or conscious of it or not. And I feel like you are, definitely. So this is a really good time to see the innocence within yourself and with everyone else that you are encountering at this time. I hope that you found this helpful for you, Gemini. I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.